This is the Nike ZoomX VaporflyNEXT Percent. According to Nike's official website, it's the fastest shoe the company has ever made and features a full-length carbon fiber plate that provides a propulsive sensation to help you run faster. It improves running economy by 4 to 5%, which translates to about a minute to a minute and a half edge for elite male marathon runners. With added foam and a retail price of $250, Nike hopes this shoe is the next evolution for distance athletes. But are the shoes legal? Critics of the new shoe technology say it threatens to impede on the sanctity of track and field as a sport. But the sport's governing body has made a recent ruling and set new guidelines for shoe manufacturers. So is the VaporflyNEXT Percent safe? And what are the new limitations for Olympic footwear? How would that work? Jake Riley, an American who finished 9th at last year's Chicago Marathon, said running in Nike's Next Percent shoes is like running on trampolines. Kenyan Eliud Kipchoge set an official men's world record in Berlin with a marathon time of 2 hours, 1 minute and 39 seconds in the shoes. And fellow Kenyan Brigid Kosgei wore the shoes to run the Chicago Marathon in a women's record time of 2 hours, 14 minutes and 4 seconds in 2019. These successes and other criticisms of the shoe have prompted World Athletics, the official governing body of track and field, to issue a ruling on the shoe's viability in competition. The organization set an immediate and indefinite moratorium on any new shoe that does not follow these 3 requirements. The sole must be no thicker than 40 millimeters. The shoe must not contain more than one rigid embedded plate or blade of any material that runs either the full length or only part of the length of the shoe. The plate may be 2 pieces, but they must be located sequentially, not stacked or in parallel, and must not overlap. For shoes with spikes, an additional plate or other mechanism is permitted, but only for the purpose of attaching the spikes to the sole, and the sole must be no thicker than 30 millimeters. So looking back at Nike's VaporflyNEXT Percent, the shoes have a stack height of 40 millimeters, meeting the requirement, as well as the 1 carbon fiber plate. So the shoes are legal in competition. But World Athletics' ruling also states that competition shoes must be available for purchase by any athlete on the open retail market, so no prototype shoes will be allowed. In an unofficial event, Kipchoge ran a marathon in under 2 hours in Vienna in October of 2019 using a prototype Vaporfly with 3 carbon plates. It is not our job to regulate the entire sports shoe market, but it is our duty to preserve the integrity of elite competition by ensuring that the shoes worn by elite athletes in competition do not offer an unfair assistance or advantage, says World Athletics President Sebastian Coe. But dissenters of the ruling are starting to point the finger at Nike. Obviously, only Nike-sponsored athletes can use the shoe. Also, rival shoe execs point to Nike taking out several patents on the angle of the carbon plate, limiting their ability to catch up. And when it comes to results, at the 6 World Marathon Majors in 2019, 31 of the 36 podium positions went to runners wearing Vaporflies. World Athletics says more research needs to be done on the height of the foam stack, the type of foam used, as well as the angle of the carbon plate and how it impacts speed. I believe these new rules strike the right balance by offering certainty to athletes and manufacturers as they prepare for the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, while addressing the concerns that have been raised about shoe technology, Coe says. If further evidence becomes available that indicates we need to tighten up these rules, we reserve the right to do that to protect our sport. It may not quiet the critics, but expect to see Vaporflies on the feet of the best distance runners in the world in Tokyo this summer. And that's how it would work.